Hi, I'm Mike Haduck, and today we're in Egypt, and I'm with my brother Jeffrey. And we're looking at the Great Pyramid behind us, and we're going to do a little exploring around it and give us our opinions. We've been in the masonry business, me over 50 years, my dad 70 years, and my brother 45 years. So we're going to give us our opinion, and we'll go from there. We're looking at the Great Pyramid. Jeff, my brother's right here. Say hello, Jeff.
How you doing, Mike?
See? The way them lines are completely straight going across. What they did was they put the outside first and filled in the middle. Now this is a small pyramid below the Great Pyramid, and I want you to look at what they did. This part is still here. This part is still here. It's weather beaten, but they put the face stones on first. See, this is a face stone, and this part is a part that they filled in. They put it right on top. That's the way they build it. They didn't come here and build the whole thing and then stick the stones underneath it. Doesn't make sense. And let's look at another thing here. This all has like a lime mortar behind it. See it? All this is a lime mortar holding these together. These weren't all perfect stones as they go up. Now this is a modern example. What they did is build above it. There's the old piece. Yeah. This is easy. This is easy to face. So here's an example where they took, there's the original stones. See, that's the original stones going down. This is an example of how they did it. They just faced the stone, they shoved it in it, put the next stone on top and filled in behind it. Here's a little example of what the top stones would look like.
Yeah, but
almost any type of stone you pick up along the pyramids fell off of the pyramids. And if you rub it back and forth, you can make it as smooth as you want just with another piece of limestone. It's not really a big deal to do that. Granite, see how they're getting smooth surfaces already? Granite's a different idea. But limestone, you could almost do anything with it as far as carving goes. So we're looking at the stones. The pyramid started way down here. What I want you to see is that's a straight row. Straight row going right across. Everything's a straight row. And then they just filled in behind it. Now this is the south side of it. But what I want you to see, Jeffrey, don't you agree with me? Every row is straight.
every row straight. So
every stone was cut the same size before it got here.
They faced the outside before they went in the inside.
And then they filled on the inside.
It's the only way they could have did it.
The Great Pyramid. I'm going to do a 360 here. I want you to see what's going on. You can see the city right over there at Giza, and our hotel is somewhere right over there. And then you come all the way around. We just basically walked across the street to get here. Now here's what I'm looking for, is saw marks. That looks like a modern one though. And we're looking, and right here is another saw mark. And we got another stone right here with a saw mark in it. Stone right here with a saw mark in it. That's just below the Great Pyramid. Now this stone is definitely sawed right there, but you don't know if that's modern or old. Here's the base of the Great Pyramid. It's all eroded, but you're gonna notice they all got mortar between them. Don't let them tell you they put a razor blade between them. It's all filled with mortar. See it? They're all filled all the way up. You can see them. They got mortar between them. So now we're on the eastern side of the pyramid. We're walking down this way. And they got this little stairway you can go up into the pyramids with. So we're going to do that. And then we're on top looking down. The entranceway to the main pyramid. Going in the main entrance to the pyramid. And we're in the big chamber. These are the walls. See, they're all 4 inches out. 4 inches, all the way until they cap it like a false arch. Get to the top of that. And we crawl into the chamber. Big chamber. chamber. Looking at this. This is all tight. It's still mortared in. Back out the chamber. A little example they made of the way they figure it was previous. We get down here and eye it up. You can see if they're straight. I think there's the top of the pyramid. See it? So this is the way they did it. So here's a recreation of the way they built it. They got the stone and it goes all the way into here. And then the next stone, as you can see over here, goes on top. Here again, here's some remaining parts of the exterior of the pyramid. And you can see everything's in a straight line. So when they made these stones, they were all the same size, and then they just backed it up. Now we're on the north side of the pyramids. My brother is measuring a typical stone in Egypt on the Great Pyramid. Okay, what do you got? Okay, 71 inches by 58.
Yeah, 58.
71 by 58. And it's going to go way into the other side. What do you got there?
Around 6 foot.
6 foot.
So this stone weighs about 15 ton. And that's kind of a rusty estimate. There's, little pieces missed out.
That's
that is really, really close.
Yeah, that's the average stone.
29,000.
Yeah. Now my brother sells stone for a living.
So it looks like a lot of the bigger stones are on the bottom, and as they went up, the stones got smaller.
Yes, they did.
Maybe half the size.
Half the size, and smaller and smaller.
Hi, I'm Jeff Haduck. I've been working with stone my whole life, in the quarries, on the jobs. We move big stones all over the place by hand with equipment. Anybody that tells you this is done by aliens is nothing but a big joke.
I'm going to give you my little opinion because all around these pyramids there's tombs all over the place, and we're discovering the tombs right now. But when I was in the service, I was in a country called Bahrain, and we were in the middle of the desert. And in the middle of the desert, they would bring the dead people and they'd dig a hole in the sand and they put rocks on top of them. Then they'd bring another person and dig a hole in the sand and put rocks on top of them. And then they'd come over and dig another hole. Guess what? No rocks. So they started taking the other rocks off the other graves. So what people wanted to do to stop that was they started putting bigger stones on and bigger stones on and bigger stones on. So this whole area here is basically a cemetery. So when you're looking at something with bigger and bigger and bigger stones, that's what it's all about, my opinion. Hey, this is one of the pits where they found one of the boats. And we're going to go into that building over there and see the remnants of another boat.
Okay, so it looks to me like what they did is they dug down, kind of like the guy did in the Coral Castle down in Florida. They dug down on each side till they hit a seam, and then they popped the stone out.
And I don't see no difference in the way they built stuff all the way up to the 1940s. You get down to bedrock, you put your little mortar thing down, put the stone on top, put the mortar on, put the stone on top, put the mortar on, put the stone on top, you interlock them and you're done. You start from the outside. We built big walls one time. We built it from the inside, pushed the stones back and forth with bulldozers until they were lined up, and that's it. It's not really as big a deal as everybody's saying.
Digging in the sand at the bottom of the pyramid, and I don't know what this is.
Wow, Jeffrey, it's a major find.
Might be a major find.
That has to be
all the way in Egypt.
Centuries old.
This could be thousands of years old.
What does it say?
It says, honest Mike, Used car and camel sale, one day only.
Whoa.
From across from the Pyramid Hotel. That's amazing. He's everywhere.
So right now they're having a light show. I'm sitting here at the Pyramid View Hotel and Suites, right across where they're having it. So I'll do a ending statement here. Check out this hotel on the internet. I just had dinner with the owner, Sammy, and the guide was Abdul. And we got here for 2.5 days. That was how we were staying. And they arranged the tour first. They got the taxis. They took us everywhere. Changed money. Everything was good. There's a lot of things you got to know about Egypt. I did a video called Egypt, how we got there, how much money it cost, and all the expenses. And you can see the show going on over there. That is, let me see, that's the Sphinx. You can see the pyramid behind it. So get a couple pictures of this and some other stuff. Thanks for watching. That's the Great Pyramid. I got about 6 or 7 more coming up. So I'm Mike Haduck. I'm in Egypt, and that's it.